recorded. What?
Hello and welcome to the Derp Derp channel, Basement Dwellers podcast.
Yep.
I'm Derp Derp.
And I'm Elusive Mike.
Ski Nerd is
somewhere
being elusive.
Yeah, it's just like kind of like we traded again. But with that being said, welcome to this week's episode of the Basement Dwellers podcast. And if you guys want, you can check out the merch by clicking the little link on the page, and you can get some Basement Dwellers merch or some Derp Derp Gaming merch. But with all that, let's get started. Well, we're going to get started with sports with no Ski Nerd here. So the Vikings won, and a bunch of teams won, and my team won. And that's really much it. The Timberwolves still can't buy a bucket. The Wild are doing up and down now, and I'm not a fan of that. But you win some, you lose some. And that's just where we're at today. Derv has to go get his notes.
Might as well just stop charging it.
Yep. All right. Well, that's it for sports because there really wasn't any sports. In secondary news, aka the gaming part of the world, the Amazing Game Awards are going on right now. And we got a crap ton of games that were announced. Some that we were excited for, some that we weren't excited for. But I'm just going to rapid fire you off the list, and then me and Derv here, and maybe Ski Nerd if he ever decides to join us from the ether. We'll just tell you what games we're hyped for, what games, kind of shocked us.
I can already tell you which one, the only one he'd be hyped for.
So, and we'll just go from that. But we're going to start from the very beginning. A new Ninja Gaiden game, just called Ninja Gaiden. Imagine that. Slay the Spire 2. Home. Longleaf Valley. More Dave the Diver called Into the Jungle. Thick as Thieves. Shadow Labyrinth. Steel Paws. Tales of the Shire. Steelcraft Operations. Midnight Murder Club. Kiora. Rematch. Celesta 2. The Witcher 4. Another Elden Ring DLC. Catly. Outer Worlds 2. Split Fictions. Steel Hunters. Black Frost The Long Dark 2. Borderlands 4. A new Tekken character, Clive from Final Fantasy 16. Splitgate 2.
The last of the first season.
The last of the first season, yep, that's correct.
Out next week.
Yep. Splitgate 2. Mecha Break. Project Sentry. New Virtual Fighter. A new Turok game called Turok Origins. A Warframe update. A Pal World update. A new Onimusha game called Way of the Sword. The first Berserker. We got launched last year, but we got a release date. A new Dungeon Fighter MMO from the world of Dungeon Fighter called Arad. Some more Dying Light. A new Tales of expansion DLC.
And they're currently announcing one as we speak.
Yep, and they're currently announcing one as we speak. Oh, this
Crimson Desert.
Crimson Desert. And that game was announced at the game of whatever the Summer Games Festival is. Summer Games Fest. And that's pretty much it. More Fortnite. A new Lego game called Lego Odyssey. But let's talk about games we're excited for. Project Sentry.
Yep.
It's Yakuza.
In the early 1900s.
But with gore. There's never been gore in a Yakuza game. So, and some of those kills look pretty brutal.
Yep.
I'm excited. And a new Double Dragon game called Rise of the Dragon.
Or Revive.
Revive.
Double Dragon Revive.
Yep. I'm excited for the Ninja Gaiden game too. So
for me, it's probably Onimusha.
Onimusha, yeah.
We haven't had a new Onimusha game in 20 years.
Yeah, that's not been a remaster, and that's correct. But yeah, other than that, in gaming
And
news,
Split Fiction.
Split Fiction looks really good too. We'll probably play that one together.
Yep.
Play that one together yet. In other news, the first person to get the new award is the person who's been finding people in the video game industry jobs.
Yep.
And that was really, really cool. Outside of that, Power Rangers, the beat 'em up, came out this week.
That I didn't know.
Fairy Tail is later. So
Yeah.
about an hour.
An hour and 10 minutes.
Yep. So there's that. But really, that's just it for games right now. Another game I'll say I'm excited for is I love the Witcher series. I've played every one of them. Witcher 4 that's a shoo-in for me. But just roll into movies and television, starting with Dexter, I believe.
Yep. Dexter Original Sin airs. First episode airs tonight at midnight Eastern.
So an hour and 10 minutes our time here.
And I'm gonna be staying up for it.
I'll be waiting at the airport. Probably watching it from my phone. It's on Amazon, right?
Showtime.
Showtime? Okay.
Showtime, Paramount Plus.
Okay, I got Paramount Plus.
And I'm excited for it. They looks like they really did a good job of casting characters or actors that look like the characters they're taking the role of, especially Batista. It looks like a 20-year-old younger version of him.
Perfect.
Completely.
I only watched a little bit of Dexter, but this is probably going to be what rings me through to watch the whole series. So
it has a lot of. I don't know any of the people that are playing old characters, but we have Christian Slater playing as Dexter's dad.
Interesting.
And I can't think of the. Why can't I think of it? Buffy.
Fair.
I can't think of her name.
Yeah. So we got
her actor is also going to be in it.
Yep.
Yep. They'll be running for 10 weeks, I believe. And there's possibly going to be a tie-in to the sequel series, Resurrection.
Yeah. So I read about that on the on Google the other day. I was just like, so they're just gonna keep tying in like things.
Yes.
You are Sir Lateness.
Yeah, I know. Well, and then he was like, I need to take a crap. And I was like, all right, I just other things.
There's your ski nerd. He's late.
He is today's elusive Mike.
Yeah, like I don't know. We decided we were going to switch spots and do all that, but we're in movies already, so.
All right, cool.
We're just talking.
I've arrived, and welcome to the Driscoll's channel, and like and subscribe, I guess.
Yeah.
We were just talking about Dexter that airs in an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow.
You got 3 bits of TV show news, animated TV show. Kazuki Yao is now retiring. He's the voice of Frankie in One Piece.
Yep.
I've been hearing that he's just been failing in health, and that's why he retired.
He's just chilling. Now he's gonna relax it out. When you voice a character for so long. Like, you voice a character for so long, it's crazy, you know?
Especially going super.
Yeah, Super! And you gotta be drinking a lot of Coca-Cola, too.
Exactly.
And then we finally got a trailer for 28 Years Later.
Mm-hmm.
He finds out his kids 28 years later.
Out later in later 2025, I think March.
Yep.
And Don Da Don season 2 got announced.
God, I love the first season, so I'm in. I'm all in.
Ski Nerd, when it's done, you're watching it.
Yep.
You're all in just like the Cowboys, huh?
Yep.
All right.
You'll love it.
All in, baby.
Today's episode finally introduced the last character that's on the poster, and he's an interesting one. Gigi.
Yeah. I agree. Well,
Cool.
Craven the Hunter came out this week.
Yep.
So Craven's complex relationship with his ruthless father, Nikolai
Russell Crowe.
Cravenov, Russell Crowe, starts him down a path of vengeance with brutal consequences, motivating him to become not only the greatest hunter in the world, but also one of its most feared. It's got the director J.C. Chandor. The writers are Richard Wenk, Art Markram, and Matt Holloway. Wow, brain. Thank you for working.
Yeah, you can blame because when I copy and paste, it doesn't.
It's starring Aaron Taylor Johnson, Fred Hetchinger, and Russell Crowe. Its tagline is "Villains aren't born; they're made." It's an action thriller, and it's the end of this Marvel Cinematic Universe part.
Finally.
And it's the last Sony movie.
It's the last Sony movie for Marvel.
Thank God.
And then
they really haven't finished since
my movie or animation for the year, Lord of the Rings.
I didn't put the full name.
Yeah.
War of Rohan.
War of Rohan.
The remastered version, where everybody comes back on set 20 years later, and then everybody's, half drunk and super high and complaining about all their injuries that they got.
Yeah. Well, the synopsis says a sudden attack by Wolf, a clever and ruthless unrelenting lord seeking vengeance for the death of his father, forces Helm Hammerhand, the king of Rohan, and his people to make a daring last stand in the ancient stronghold of the Hornburg. I am effing excited.
And we're probably gonna see it Tuesday.
Yep. I'm gonna see it at least twice in the theater. The director is Kenji Kamiyama. The writers are Jeffrey Addis, Will Matthews, and Phoebe Gittins. It stars Brian Cox, Gaia Weiss, and Miranda Otto. Its tagline is "History becomes legend." If you've read that part in the book, that is a Gandalf quote. The genre is animation, action, adventure, drama, fantasy. It is rated PG-13 for strong violence.
Now, I have one question. Do we get to see Gimli, or do we get to see I'm blanking on his name, the elf archer. Holy crap! I can't believe
Legolas?
his name.
Doesn't this take place during the Silmarillion?
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's long before.
Yep.
Lord of the Books.
Yep.
Lord of the Rings.
Right. But because one's a dwarf and one's an elf, they can live that long, right? So my question was...
Gimli's probably in Moria, and Legolas is probably just shooting arrows at some random tree practicing, dude. That's all you need to know.
Oh, okay. I was just curious. And Gandalf's technically alive.
Gandalf is Gandalf. Who knows how long he's been alive? And the next one?
Got a movie on Netflix called Carry On. About a mysterious traveler who blackmails a young TSA agent into letting a dangerous package slip through security and onto a Christmas Day flight.
Sorry, that just sounds like we're running out of ideas for movies.
Its director is Jaume Collet-Serra. Writers are T.J. Fixman and Michael Green, starring Taron Egerton, Jason Bateman, and Sophia Carson. Taglines are every holiday season, millions travel safely by air. This Christmas will be different. And it's an action, crime, and mystery thriller. And it's rated PG-13 for strong violence, bloody images, some language, and suggestive references. This I might just watch just because Jason Bateman's in it.
Yeah, that I see. Like, I like Taron Egerton too. Like not like my first pick for a Netflix. Look.
There's that famous flute guy.
Yep.
And Jason Bateman, he started out as a comedian, but he's really good in drama, and like The Gift was really good.
Yeah.
Finally, I'm hearing from Dodgeball, and
He wasn't in Dodgeball.
hey, Jason Bateman.
No, he wasn't.
Wait, am I thinking of someone else?
Yes, you are.
Like the announcer. Who's the announcer guy?
Oh yeah,
Who was
he's
in,
the one of the
main guy.
announcers.
Oh wait, he is the announcer. Holy crap!
Yeah.
God, all right.
Well, I am thinking about the same guy.
Yeah, you were right. All right, Skeenerd was right for once.
I was just about to Google it.
Yeah, no. All right.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Yeah.
Let's see if this works out.
Yeah. Then. All right.
When are we getting a Dodgeball 2?
Or a basketball too.
It is perfect.
All right.
Basketball 2. I can see us getting a basketball 2.
Or we just need a Steve the Pirate movie.
Maybe. All right. The next movie is called.
It's Resident Alien.
All right. The next movie is called The Colors Within. It's about a girl who can see colors in people's hearts that joins a band with 2 other people.
Starring, director is Naoko Yamada. Written by Reiko Yoshida. Starring Sayu Suzukawa, Akari Takaishi, and Taisi Kido.
Yep. It's an animation drama with some music, and it's rated PG for mild thematic elements. Sure.
And it's an anime.
It's an anime.
I might eventually see it.
Yep. Just because it hits the anime thing. The next one, I actually heard about this one. This is called Dirty Angels. It's a movie that centers upon a group of female soldiers who disguise themselves as medic to rescue a group of teenagers caught in between ISIS and the forces of the Taliban. It is directed by Martin Campbell. It's written by Martin Campbell, Alyssa Sullivan, and Jonas McCord.
Starring Ava Green,
Yep.
Maria Blacklava, and Ruby Rose.
Yep.
It's an action drama thriller.
I wonder how I heard of it.
I wonder. His
Right.
wife is a huge Ruby Rose
Yeah,
fan.
yep. It's rated R for bloody violence, strong bloody violence, and language.
They just announced Game of the Year, and I didn't see what it was.
Astrobot.
I didn't even know that was up for Game of the Year.
It deserves all of them, by the way.
What is it called?
It's called Astrobot.
Astrobot.
Bot.
Oh, cool.
Astrobot just won Game of the Year.
Is that like a pleasure model or just there for moral support?
I've never played it.
I platinumed it. It's one of the few PlayStation 5 games I've actually played.
I heard about it like 20 seconds ago. Isn't it great when you play an X amount of video games, and you're like, oh, this game's up game of the year. Oh, I never heard of it.
I was hoping Metaphor would win because that's the only one I really cared for.
Play Astrobot, you'll think again.
And then we have a Elton John documentary
About Elton John.
called Never Too Late on Disney Plus.
Should be. He's still alive? Question mark. I didn't know he's still alive.
God damn it, Mike.
Showcasing never before seen concert footage of him over the last 50 years, as well as handwritten journals and present day footage of him and his family. Directed by R.J. Cutler and David Furnish. Surprise, surprise, it's starring Elton John.
Wow.
It's about Elton John in PG-13 format for drug material, strong language, sexual references. It's Elton John, so there's got to be sexual references.
Yeah.
Thematic material, including suicide and smoking. Everything that goes in that Benny and the Jets album.
How old is he?
He's pretty old, bro.
Just,
90 something?
No, not that old.
just to please you, I'm looking it up.
And why he's looking it up?
77 years.
77 years old. We have
Okay.
the last showgirl, a seasoned showgirl, was planned for her future when when her show abruptly closes after a 30-year run.
Directed by Gia Coppola, written by Kate Gersten, starring Pamela Anderson, Brenda Sun, and Kiernan Shipka. It's a drama.
And it's rated R for language and nudity. If you didn't get that in the name, I'm sorry.
Then we have Nickel Boys, which is based on a
The book.
Pulitzer-winning novel chronicling the powerful friendship between two young African-American men navigating the harrowing trials of reform school together in Florida. Directed by Ramel Ross, written by Ramel Ross, Jocelyn Barnes, and Colson Whitehead, starring Ethan Harris, Brandon Wilson, and Anjame Ellis Taylor.
It's a drama, and it's rated PG-13 for thematic material involving racism, some strong language, including racial slurs, violent content, and smoking. It's a PG-13 version of American History X, basically.
Then we have another one that's based on a true event, September 5th.
Oh, God. The 1972 Summer Olympics in Munich, Germany. An American sports broadcasting team must adapt to live coverage. The Israeli athletes being held hostage by a terrorist group. It's actually an event that happened.
Yep.
So it's more of a documentary-esque thing. It's funny, like, because it's not labeled as a documentary, but it might as well have been.
Because it doesn't really show any
Of the actual, yeah. Okay.
To my knowledge, I haven't seen it, but I assume it doesn't.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right.
Directed by Tim Falbaum, written by Moritz Binder, Tim Falbaum, and Alex David, starring Peter Sarsgaard, John Magaro, and Ben Chaplin.
Got a pretty good cast for a small movie, you know? Might be good.
This was actually the mystery movie of this week.
Sweet.
I had to work.
Fair enough. Then we have young Werther, carefree and charming young writer, stumbles across the love of his life, only to find out that she's engaged. Against his best friend's urgings, Werther turns his world upside down in a misguided and hilarious quest to win her heart.
Directed by Jose Avelino Gills and Corbett Lorenco. Written by Jose Avelino Gills, Corbett Lorenco, Johann Wolfgang von Guth.
Yep. It stars Allison Pilpatrick, or Allison Pill, Patrick J. Adams, and Emmerich Kaur. It's comedy romance, and it's rated R for some language and sexual references. And that's it. We get Dan to Dan season 2.
And Skeeter, I asked for Mulcat's permission to show you Dan to Dawn, or Dawn to Dawn.
Don, da, don, don, da, don.
And it's just about aliens that want bananas and ghosts that want balls.
Yeah, you're right. But before we rant on that things, let's wrap this up before we talk about alien balls. As always, this is Derp Derp's gaming channel, but this is the Basement Dwellers podcast, a part of Derp Derp Gaming. He is your host.
Derp Derp.
I am Elusive Mike, and out there in the ether is...
I'm Skeeter.
But we forgot to do what the plot.
Oh, we don't have one this week, but I have a good one for next week. I have a good one for the both of you. This week's Lord of the Rings for me. I didn't think about anything but going to see Lord of the Rings. But we will catch you guys next week. You will catch him streaming a few nights more this week, or maybe not.
I'll be probably streaming Fairy Tale 2 tonight or after watching Dexter at midnight.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow, before I have to work.
So that's good. Come catch his streams, and we'll catch you guys and gals and people and animals and furries and fuzzies.
The gaming streams will be on my Twitch.
Yep, gaming streams will be www.twitch.tv/derpderp.
Yep.
So we'll catch you guys and gals and everybody and every furry out there later.
Bye.